Hey mini fans, welcome back to another episode. Right, I'm hoping to get a bit more achieved in this next episode. Obviously there was a lot of work in the inner sill, and I thought I'd probably do the whole of this side, the whole sill and everything in one episode, but it just goes to show how much work there is involved. So next we're going to hit the doorstep. What I've done is I've bought a pattern doorstep, because this is so much cheaper than obviously buying a heritage panel. We'll see how well it fits when we've got it on, but the idea is obviously to chop this where I need it, just sort of go in between the front here and where it connects to the quarter panel, get that right across. So obviously we need to do some prep work, trim this down, so I'll get that done off camera, and then show you the next step. Let's try and get some more progress in this episode rather than just one panel, but hopefully the last episode wasn't too boring. Hopefully it was interesting, and I left as much as I could in there for you. So yeah, let's get on with putting this on. Right, so I've trimmed the doorstep down now. I've just got to put a couple of holes on the end here for doing some spot welds, but it's pretty much ready. Obviously I need to clean the edges up anyway so we can weld it, but I have cut this now. The A post end, it fits okay, but the B post, I need to show you, but it's the form of this aftermarket panel is not great. Let me show you. Right, okay, so this end, obviously I need to cut the holes here to obviously spot weld that on, and then obviously I'll seam along the top, but that's all fitting quite nice. The lip obviously is lining up quite nicely there with the inner. But yeah, so that's the nice end. The horrible end is this end. I've kind of had to stop myself from keep trimming it to try and get it to fit. So if I put if the inner side lines up, then we have a massive gap on this outside. It's just too far in when that's in. It's just the form of this panel is close, but it's not close enough. And obviously, as you can see, I keep trimming and trying to get it to fit, and all I'm doing is making the gap bigger and bigger. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to I'll probably line this front edge up as best I can, and weld it in, and then I'll have to put, unfortunately, a bit of filler or something across the top of here to sort of smooth it in and make it look nice. But I'm sure it'll look fine once it's all together. But at the moment it's just been a bit fiddly. So we'll do that in a bit though. What we've got to do next is we've got the jacking bracket to fit. So there we go. I've got to fit this bracket in here. This has got to go under here. So before we put the step on, I need to weld this in place. So I need to figure out where this goes, line it up, and get that tacked in ready for before we put the step on. Okay, so I've put the panels together so we can line up this jacking bracket. So I've put the jacking bracket in place. It's not welded or anything. It's just in there. Yes, I'm not fitting cover seals. This is a panel I've already got. So this has got a square hole here. So my plan is to tack that onto the jacking bracket, and then obviously I can weld around the edge to fill that hole in, because we don't want this massive hole. So, but obviously while we're on it, I'm not going to fit cover seals. This is a seal that someone's given me, so my plan is to cut this cover seal down to the right size so that we can use it, and it'll look proper, and we can get the water can get out, So yeah, let's get on with welding this jacking bracket in. I've added the piece on there to fill the square hole up, so there's not that big gap. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to weld this onto the car, and then we can move on to getting the rest of that doorstep in. Right, doorstep is done. It's all ready to be welded. Obviously this end's going to be easier than that end. I've got a couple of spot welds to do here, and then yeah, I'm going to get this step in, and then once it's all welded in, I'll bring you in for a closer look, and you can see how well I did with this B post. We'll have a look. Had a bit of a gap to fill there. I'll bring you in and show you a bit closer. But yeah, I think I've managed to fill that gap in. Once we've ground that back and smoothed it in, I think it's going to look quite good. But let's show you the before grinding situation. The before we make it look good. Right, here's close up. You can see we've seam welded there. Got a couple of spot welds in. So that's the A post end of the step in, and then other end I managed to get quite a lot of weld there. Managed to build it up. I think with a grind down, I think we're going to be pretty close on that one. So I'm pretty pleased that that's not gone so bad actually, but we'll see what it looks like after it's grinded. I'm sure we'll have to maybe put a bit of filler on top anyway, but it's gone a lot better than I thought it was going to. So yeah, let's get on with the next step. Okay, so I've just seam welded along the edge of the top here of the doorstep. I'll show you the inside, how that's gone. I'll show you that now. Right, here you go guys. I've seam welded along the top edge of the inner seal as there was a slight gap. Most of it's gone quite well. Obviously I need to grind this back. You know, I'm feeling like I'm getting my eye back in for the welding these days. Obviously it was a very small gap along here, but I think ground down, I think this is going to look pretty good. I'm not too bad. It's definitely doing better than the first set of welding I was doing, but then obviously we're welding to original panels which are probably thinner and that sort of stuff, but this has definitely gone a lot better. So yeah, do some dressing up, and we can then move on to getting the outer seal on. As you can see, that's not gone too bad, especially at this front edge where it was only a small gap. I'm pretty pleased actually. I've got good penetration along here, so I'll show you this bit up close now. There you go, you can see I've got good penetration here, and it's welded quite well all the way along. Obviously just gets a bit sort of jagged here, but obviously once we've ground this back, hopefully that should look pretty good. So yeah, let's get that ground back now. So yeah, next step, obviously grind this back, and then we can start looking at getting the outer seal prepared and ready. Before obviously we put the outer seal on, we're going to do Simpson's Classic Special. We're going to be doing the cavity painting, you know, somewhere obviously that won't normally get paint. We're going to make sure we get plenty of paint in there so we can protect it and make it last as long as possible. So cheers Mark for the tip. Obviously what we need to do first is I need to mask off the areas which you might be able to see. I don't know, you probably will not be able to see, but I've already marked up where I need to mask. Obviously we need to clean that down to bare metal, mask those up so that we can obviously get a good weld before we paint it. So let's mask these up, paint it. I'll just show you, I've trimmed that cover seal down, so all those people panicking, no, I'm obviously just using it to line up. It's now cut down. We've obviously got the proper flukes back in. We can let that water out. So yeah, let's get this painted and get this outer seal on. Looking good. Right, so that's all masked up. So now we can get on with doing the primer. Just sort of show you a close up. We've got the primer in all the way along. Right, if you're like me, I've got a basket full of tins of paint from jobs in the past, etc. So I'm just going to grab a couple of random ones. Obviously this is blue. You're not going to see it inside here. It's just literally just to protect it. Obviously the primer's now gone off. So I'm going to get on with spraying some blue on now. Or not, because this one's dead. Let's go try and get another one. Right, can number 2. Let's see if we get a bit more success with this one. There we go. That's Tahiti blue, apparently. Not sure what Tahiti blue. Just says ARG. I've got no idea if it's a rover colour or anything, but it's actually quite a nice colour, that, I think. Wouldn't you agree? Should we go there for the whole car? No. I think my son might kill me. I'm just going to pull the masking tape off now. This will expose the areas where we're going to weld. Right, so now we've got all this prepped. This is ready to have the outer seal fitted. Obviously we've got all our areas ready for welding. Outer seal, it's all prepped now as well. I've done that off camera. You don't want to see me sitting there. Oh, it takes forever to drill all these holes, etc. So yeah, so I've got this painted as well on the inside. So next step is to weld this on. Let's get on with that. Okay, so that's the outer seal welded on. I'll bring you in a sec and we'll show you a bit closer. But I've even folded over the ends, got that spot welded as well. Yeah, so obviously we've got the flinch panel, etc. to do. I'm going to do that later on, and there's a repair still on the end here. But we'll tackle that when we do the rear end. Obviously the main bit of getting the inner and outer seal is done. I want to get on with the other side. So I'll call it quits for this episode, but I'll show you a close-up first. Right, I haven't ground this back yet, but there we go. We're all welded on. And then I've folded these tabs back over and spot welded those back on. We still need to do a repair section on the end here, and we need to do the bottom of the flinch and the obviously the repair in this corner. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this for now. That's obviously a good structural chunk done. I'm going to rotate the shell and get that other side done.